Hey, Naturalistas, I wanted to share about last week. What an exciting event. It was an exhibit at the Palm Beach Historical Society honoring the fashion greats like Martha Phillips and Lynn Manulis, among many others. During that time, we met up with Zhang Toy, who's an old friend of the family, who just happens to be a designer for the past 30 years. He has worked with natural textiles for a very long time. So I thought I would share his story and a little bit about him since we had such a great time and we wanted to share it with you. For those that do not know Zhang Toy, he is from originally from Malaysia, has been designing in New York for over 30 years. He has been from the top of Vogue to every magazine, fashion show, runway. He is an amazing designer that works with natural fabrics. And he went to the Parsons School of Design, and he has really been very successful. We love him because of his energy, his inspiration, and you're going to hear what he has to tell those that are planning to become, natural textiles designers going down the road. He basically says, try to be happy. The House of Toy, TOI, is a house of beautiful pieces of art. His designs are amazing and they are so intricate yet natural, whimsical, and he just kind of plays on colors and textures. And it is amazing what he can do and has been doing for 30 years. And every year it gets better and better. Zhang is such an energetic person, full of love and energy, and it was such a pleasure to interview him at the Endless Summer exhibit. And here's some of his inspiration, how he connects with the environment and how he puts these pieces together. And in this case, I'm speechless. There is nothing to say about his designs and how they are just so well thought out and looks so elegant, class and classic. Zhang has a unique flair. He plays with color, he plays with textures. And as you can see, he touches everything he creates. It's a gift that he loves. He loves just loves fashion, but loves fashion, remembering that he came from Malaysia and remembering his humble beginnings and remembering those that opened doors for him throughout the years. In this case, he mentions in the interview, and I will let you hear that Martha Phillips and Lynn Manulis, which were two big Palm Beach, New York specialty stores that only focused on up and coming designers, in this case Valentino Chanel, and you know Zhang Toy was one of them. So it's really exciting to see someone not only have a career but have such a successful career and be so humble and remember his beginnings. And we are so excited to have had met Zhang, and we can't wait to show you his runway show
You here
in
at this collection
2024 from New York City.
and
It's going
being
to be
part of
pretty
this. So how do
exciting
you
to
feel?
see what he
I
has
feel
to
so
show.
great. It is
So
such an
I thought I
honor to
would
be
give you
here
a little
tonight. I
fashion
wouldn't miss it
or
for the
natural
world.
fashion here in
Miss
Naturalista. I
Martha and
hope
Miss
you
Lynn
enjoy.
really were the godmother to all the fashion designer. For those who know fashion history, Miss Martha was the first one to bring Chanel and Valentino into America, and her daughter Miss Lynn.
Diners. How are you, Zach?
Great, thank you, Judy. It's so great to meet you tonight.
Yes, look, it's been a long time. I guess you're part of the family, the Bernstein family,
Yes,
and
yes.
Lynn Manulis,
Yeah.
and we're so excited to have this you here at this collection, and being part of this. So how do you feel?
I feel so great. It is such an honor to be here tonight. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Miss Martha and Miss Lynn really were the godmother to all the fashion designer. For those who know fashion history, Miss Martha was the first one to bring Chanel and Valentino into America, and her daughter Miss Lynn was the first one to champion all of us young designer. I was in business for all of 6 months when Lynn invited me to the beautiful Martha International store to do a trunk show, and that was the beginning of a really beautiful, long-lasting friendship.
So that's when the portal for your success opened, and you have been Zantoy, and now you're #1 in what store?
At Saks Fifth Avenue.
You see, sometimes it takes one person to find you, to put you in the limelight, and then you took over.
Yeah, it's true. I'm so thankful to Miss Lynn. I remember it was my very first spring collection, spring 1999, and it was featured in Vogue magazine. Anna Wintour was my godmother from the press side, and Lynn is the godmother from the retail side. And the beautiful, fitted red linen jacket suit with a hot pink mini skirt with a gold orchid button, and Lynn bought it. Red and pink skirt, and then black with black short. Can you imagine 33 and a half years ago, Lynn sold 200 of that suit in both just red and black. 200 of those suits 33 years ago. No department store can even do that.
No,
yeah.
because they were special. Mindfulness, gratefulness. Okay, so what is all of that? And how do we incorporate it into our daily life? When you're going through a process in your journey, or you're going through certain situations in life that you can't understand why they're happening, you have to take the time to stop. And you're going to learn what that stands for is very, very soon. Also, apply these different things to your daily life. Tell us how it went. We can't wait to see the results. Welcome to Naturalista, guys. Here we are again with a wonderful show full of amazing things that will make your life better. Today we have an author and someone who went through a journey to decide to work on mindfulness. And we are going to share with you so many different tips on how to apply this to your life. Please help me welcome Piero Fauci to our show. How are you, Piero?
I am doing excellent. I'm very happy, Judith, to be here, and I want to thank you for inviting me.
We're so excited because I think so many people need to incorporate these different things into their daily life. And I think we're going to start from the top. So tell me a little bit about what inspired you to want to write books about mindfulness and finding your interior or inner peace.
So it is a journey. It was a journey for me. So 20 years ago, I was a very successful multinational executive, if you will. I was doing business all over the world, but especially in Latin America and the Caribbean. And then that process, that is a normal process these days, a bigger company acquires a smaller company.
Right.
It's called merger and acquisition, and then they kind of remove the top executives. It's a process of downsizing. And then I found myself without a job.
Oh my goodness.
And fear kicked in. So I was here in the United States. The company actually brought me here to the United States 25 years ago. And I'm originally from Brazil, and I was working with them in Argentina, Chile, and then I came to the U.S., to Florida. But anyhow, what happened to me is that in that process, I had panic attacks. And then one friend of mine came with this idea, said, Piero, why don't you come with me for a weekend silent retreat?
That's a good friend.
But I thought it was a terrible idea, actually.
At the time.
Yes, I said, Jack, you don't understand. If I go to a place like this and I go to the silence, I think I'm going to lose it. I didn't know anything about the workings of the brain, but I said, imagine with all that fear, all that anxiety, becoming silent. It was unimaginable for me. Well, he was very kind.
To get you through the door of looking into mindfulness and alignment.
That's exactly what happened. So I went, and I found it incredible. I never had such an experience before, right? And then I started to practice, and from there I started to learn, and from there I started to teach. So I teach mindfulness meditation and mindful living. And this is what led me to write the books, A Better Mind, A Better Life, and A Better World.
Yes, we're going to try to incorporate some of the tips. So there's 365 tips.
There are 365 essays, so the 3 books compound 365 essays. They are pretty much standalone, but it gives a lot of advice on things that you can do to improve your well-being, your mental, emotional, physical well-being, as well as the quality of your life. The many problems that exist in the world, I try to focus on the ecological crisis and what we can do to tame the ecological crisis. And I think that one of the things that we can do, for instance, is to practice mindfulness meditation.
Wow. And if you could give our viewers maybe 5 tips to try to incorporate into their daily life. You know, we all have very crazy, chaotic lives at times. Some other times is totally silent or very quiet. And in between those times, what do you recommend that someone could do that is small, that doesn't take a total adjustment of the mind, that they can probably incorporate to their day to start working on these 365 different essays and tips that you have?
Absolutely. So there are a few things. I think that if you can meditate a little bit, and meditation is nothing exoteric, it's simply sitting and trying to focus your attention. So one of the practices, for instance, is the practice of focusing on our breath, on the mechanics of the breath. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. So people say, well, this is stupid.
If it's just for a day of relaxation, obviously we would recommend the massages and the facials. We do body wraps, body scrubs. We have a huge array. We also offer the amenities. Amenities such as the sauna, jacuzzi, steam room, hot tub, cold plunge, the salt lounge. People think that that's just to go to relax, but there's actually a lot of amazing.
It's so good for your respiratory.
Correct. So you detox. It's good for your skin. The cold plunge releases endorphins. I mean, there's so many other benefits to your health other than just to relax. It helps you sleep better at night, reduce anxiety and stress. So that's why
it's good for your skin, and we do red light therapy.
Correct.
We have so many different modalities,
Yeah.
different practitioners that can really. I mean, we have meditation groups, we have nutrition groups, so all kinds of different things that will encompass in the realm of wellness.
And the best thing is that all these things could be customized to your needs.
Absolutely.
So if you're in need of relaxation, that could be accommodated. If you're in need of a day of meditation and services, then that could be accommodated. So definitely we're going to show you how you could go to the 5 Element Spa and enjoy a great day and come back a new person with a new vibrating energy. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. To Naturalista. Again, we have an episode filled of wonderful things that will make your life better. Today, we have something very special for you that just thinking about it might make you feel better, especially with the holiday rush coming and everything happening around and getting those gifts and family gatherings. We might be a little tired. Guess what? We have Natalie Gales here. She is with IV Concierge, and she is going to tell us a little bit about what we can do to make ourselves feel better while doing everything for the holidays. How are you, Natalie? Welcome to Naturalista.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. I'm very well. Thank you.
Great. So tell us a little bit about your business, how you ended up doing IV Concierge.
The story is pretty straight to the point. I was an emergency room nurse, and we had a concierge doctor coming into the emergency room, bringing his patients for stomach flus and after traveling or just dehydrated hangovers. That was one of the sections there too.
Wow.
And he wanted to know if there is an opportunity for maybe someone to see these patients at their home so they don't saturate the emergency rooms.
Boom.
Right there. Me and my friend decided we're perfect people for that. So we started it. This was in Los Angeles, California. And then I moved here for family reasons and decided to open this company here. It's been a great journey. Super helpful here in Florida, in Miami. People travel a lot. We have people that are traveling from overseas, from Europe, or our own Americans who are traveling from other states and are here for whatever reason, for business or just traveling for leisure. And obviously, when people are traveling, you get dehydrated, low on energy. And when you're on business trips, you need all of that, to say the least.
Right.
So our IVs are super helpful. We hydrate clients with hydration, and we add different vitamins depending on the situation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Naturalista. We actually have someone that is going to show us how to breathe. Can you believe that? Why is it important? We're going to get into a brief discussion as to why this is something that you should incorporate to your daily life. So let me introduce everyone. This is Natalie Lynn, and she is coming to put us in the mood with some breath work as we start our recording.
Amazing. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. So tell us a little bit about, you wanted to practice a little bit of breath work as we start. So tell me how that's going to go.
Yes, I thought it could help us just get in the mood a little bit, help us relax and ground us into the present moment. So I wanted to do a calming breathwork technique. And this particular method is called box breathing. It's one of my favorites to help you relax, especially if you're feeling stressed. It just kind of brings your level down a little bit and you feel nice and calm afterwards. So what this looks like, we are going to essentially draw a box with our breath, and it will be 4 counts in through the nose, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts through the nose, and hold at the bottom for 4 counts. And so essentially you're just drawing a box with your inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And so I can count us in and we can just do a few rounds of that if you'd like.
That sounds great. Let's get started.
Okay, so let's just maybe close your eyes if you want to get nice and comfortable. Start to notice your breath. And we can begin the pattern with an inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. We'll do one more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4.
A lot about that. Next, we are going to be so involved in a journey through Peru. Why Peru? Peru is known for alpacas. And believe it or not, alpaca right now is one of the hottest, textiles that is being used because it is completely sustainable and natural. We're going to go through the process of how they shear the different fur and they put it together, how they wash it.
they use a root to wash the fleece. Can you believe that? A root, non chemical soap. Then we're going to go through the process of how they dye these things. They use something called cochineal. It's a little tiny bug that grows on Nepal or any type of cactus. And they farm them, and that becomes a pigment. It is the most exciting thing that was used by Renoir, Rembrandt. I mean, it was even used to dye the jackets for the British Army. Can you believe that? It was used in fashions for the royals. It was used. Can you believe this little bug has so much power, and it's completely natural? So let's make sure that we stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching Naturalista, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome to Peru, Naturalistas. Here we are. We're going to explore 5,000 years of history. Peru is just such a wonderful country full of ancestral techniques and all different type of cultural experiences and vibrant colors. But today we're here to discuss alpacas and how wonderful they are to the environment. You know, Peru is about 12,000 to 18,000 feet above sea level. Imagine, having to deal with that on a daily basis. These people are just very traditional and very into providing, letting the earth provide for them and then giving back to the earth. There's about 4 million alpacas, and its social impact is about 120,000 families that benefit from this. They go through traditional shearing practices, which is ancestral shearing practices, making sure that the animal doesn't get harmed, which is an awesome thing to see nowadays. If you start thinking about the process of how we make things, look, 22 natural shades between white, beiges, browns, and blacks. There is such a collective amount of colors and things that could be created from the alpaca fur. It's amazing how they've upgraded and now have technical standards, and of course is fair trade, which is a big deal in the fashion market right now. The fiber is non-flammable and it's elastic, and it's perfect for felting. Alpaca has a visual texture and is hypoallergenic. And this is where the process starts. Habernetta root or soapworth is in ancient time was used as a detergent. It's basically an underground stem of a plant. The plant is called Saponaria officinalis, and it's used, believe it or not, in traditional plant medicine to treat all sorts of different skin ailments, bronchitis, and disorders. It creates this very foamy detergent like water that it's actually 100% natural with no chemicals whatsoever. And this is, as you watch, you're going to see how she cleanses the fleece. It's amazing. Look how it removes all as a fertilizer to plants. So it's completely eco-friendly and effective, as you can see. 100% eco-friendly. Once it is air dried, which it could be 24 to 48 hours, she gets right to work. Now she's creating the thread. This is all an ancestral technique that they've been using for hundreds and hundreds of years to create the thread, and patiently doing this. From what I understand, they just go around doing this all day as they sing, as they walk, as they cook. This is what they do. They completely undertake the job of the process, from taking care of the alpacas to cleansing, to the shearing, to the cleansing, to the thread making. It's actually amazing to see that there are still people that are so focused on their traditional ways that they continue to do this over and over again. And we are so blessed to be able